Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlisify to more Fan Fridays, and I'm in a really weird place right now because I see the Kangaskhan, and my first thought is, you know what? Good for you. Good for you to try to make Mega Kangaskhan work again, because now it's just not usable the way, you can't use Megas in VGC, so this has to be like on the free battle spot to just have some fun, and then we're going to see what we can do with that Parental Bond. Now, my thought is that Muk is going to Power of Alchemy for the Parental Bond, and then maybe try some shenanigans, so let's go and see what happens right here. But this is going to be an interesting little battle indeed. So Kangaskhan gonna Mega Evolve with that Keystone, to be expected right there. Now, who do we fake out is the question. I guess the Metagross, just in case there's like Zen Headbutt or something. Yeah, so that's going to be, well, actually no, you can't Zen Headbutt Muk anymore because it's dark, because it's such a good typing. I don't really see what to hit. So Incineroar with the Cross Chop, Kangaskhan's going to avoid it, and Muk with that straight knockoff onto the Metagross. Huge damage, almost enough to take down the Metagross. That's pretty crazy right there. Then Kangaskhan with the Sucker Punch to finish it off. Okay, that's all it takes. What nerfs? What nerfs? You know, we get enough damage where we need it. Incineroar landing that Cross Chop onto the Kangaskhan, and it's going to be solid damage, but it won't be enough. And Muk going for the Minimize. I mean, Alolan Muk, it has so much filth behind it now. And then we go into that Garchomp. So, we just get to see where this plays out. Kangaskhan, the Outrage, though, you don't see that too often, but you know what? It's going to be enough to take down the Garchomp. Alright, I thought we were just going to see some Muk action and whatnot, but Incineroar throws out the Flamethrower. Flamethrower is going to hit Muk for not an insane amount of damage. As Muk goes for the knockoff, just gotta take out that item right there, and it will be a crit for tiny amounts of damage. It looks like no item, so that is going to be the Ninetales for the opponent. The Ninetales, what's gonna happen? Is Kangaskhan still gonna like show some craziness? Oh no, oh, that sucks. The Outrage. This is why Outrage just is not safe anymore. You bring in a Fairy type Pokemon and it's over. But the Outrage tech, still pretty ridiculous. That's going to be Kangaskhan going down to the Cross Chop. And then we get to see Power of Alchemy come through with that Parental Bond. So now it has Parental Bond. Now it goes for the Minimize. And we're going to see how far Muk is going to take this one. So that's going to be Leftovers healing up, or Black Sludge. Same thing into the Tapu Bulu. Ooh. What are we going to get out of this combo right now? So that's going to be the Grassy Surge right there. And I guess Muk, it just Poison Jab. Ninetales gets one shot. Ninetales throws out the Blizzard. Muk's going to avoid it. Tapu Bulu, it's going to be able to survive. It's tanky enough. It's got something right there. Tapu Bulu with that Mega Horn onto the Incineroar. Big neutral damage right there. Cross Chop, Muk's going to avoid it. And Muk with the Poison Fang. It gets that? Wow. Alright. Oh, and the Parental Bond chipping in that little bit of extra damage. The reason why you run Poison Fang, even though it's low base power, is that it has that chance for Toxic Poison. It's like 50% chance for Toxic. Pretty crazy. So, Tapu Bulu, oh yeah, everyone healing up with this grassy terrain right now. But I feel like, Muk is going to get much more out of it. 1/8 of its health. Also, it's going to be avoiding a lot of attacks because of those Minimizes stacked up. And we're going to see what happens right now. So Muk's going to keep avoiding right there. That's going to be another Blizzard. Tapu Bulu, that's got to be a crit right there. That health dropped a little too fast. But, I mean, we still see the Poison Fang, and that's going to be just... Oh, wait. Poison Fang. 50% chance. 50% chance. So, almost, I think, like, the way that the odds are going to stack and stuff, almost guaranteed to, like, poison the opponent when you're throwing that down with the Parental Bond. That's pretty nifty right there. I'll give it to him. And then we just have all kinds of other fun stuff. So now, Incineroar, the last Pokemon on the field. And then, yeah, like the Muk. Muk is so reliable. I feel like everyone's looking at Passimian for like, yo, what happens if we put abilities into Passimian? Muk is just the better one because it has the staying power and it can convert with a lot more like filthiness right there. That's just Celesteela. Incineroar with the Flare Blitz. I mean, it's going to KO itself on the Celesteela. Such like a hit point bulky Pokemon. Celesteela will tank it out and survive. Incineroar takes a huge amount of damage. There's a Flash Cannon. You know, just got that special damage in there. Incineroar will go down to that. And that's going to be the GG right there. So let's go and check out another battle with this team and with this setup right here. I think it's pretty cool. Like, I wanted to see what we could get out of the power of Alchemy Muk. And I think we got a little bit of a good look right there. Because, yeah, like, parental bond. Who knew? Whatever tankiness, that could be pretty cool as well. I'm just going to go and drop in the code because I did it pretty quick like that. So here we go. On to the next battle. Is it the same strat? Is it the same strat? Ooh. Ooh, okay. Okay, we're going to see what happens here. Oh, yo, Moody Alolan Muk? That sounds terrifying. Let's see what happens. Like that, oh yeah, Smeargle sets up, you grab the Moody, and then shenanigans are going to ensue, is pretty much what I'm feeling about this. So, what else do we have as, like, some kind of option, something that could happen for this? Because I like the Tapu Bulu Celesteela, like, you just bring in Sustain and Filth, and then you make the, yep, you get Fake Out. So, free Fake Out right there, Celesteela going for that heavy slam. That's going to be huge damage onto Smeargle, but that's why we carry the Focus Sash, and that's all that matters. So you Fake Out into Minimize on that first turn. Muk doesn't really have too many options against the Celesteela though, because you can't poison it unless that Smeargle's carrying like Soak or something ridiculous. But it will lose that speed right there. And ooh, I'm down with that tech. Little bit of Baneful Bunker right there. Pheromosa with that U-turn. Oh, doesn't get to switch out, and it takes the poison. Pheromosa not feeling good about that one. Leech Seed, Muk's going to avoid it with that Minimize, and then it minimizes again. That's actually going to be like one of the biggest issues for the Muk, is that once that Leech Seed eventually lands, going to get pretty bad right there. But Smeargle buying itself some time. Are we going to see like a crazy Moody? Ooh, Evasion! Oh, this is why you gotta love the Moody play right here. Oh, what are we going to see now? Smeargle, Baby Doll Eyes! Yo! I love it! Because that's going to be dropping... Oh, he used down the Celesteela. Alright. I guess understand, yeah, like, what's the point of Baby Doll Eyes onto Pheromosa if he's switching out, or if he wants to switch out? So now we have Moody, Power of Alchemy Muk. We have Pheromosa, but it's... This is why I think U-turn is bad on Ultra Beast. It just doesn't work, because you lose this Beast boosting opportunity. So it brings in the Tapu Koko. We're going to be seeing less damage out of Celesteela from here on out until it switches. Electro Surge... Not really too worried about that one because we have so much coming out. Muk's going to keep on avoiding. And it got the +3 minimize uncontested. Nice. And then Muk's going to set up that Moody defense. Going to go up. Oh, that's perfect. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. And then you bring in Tapu Bulu. Get rid of that electric terrain right there. Yo, I love it. Like Tapu Bulu, I think it's the slowest Tapu, so it has the ultimate terrain reset. You can just use it to clear out whatever terrains you want. That's going to be Tapu Koko going for that Volt Switch. Not really getting too much tech back. And Executor comes out. So Grass-type moves will be boosted. That's really all I've got to say about that. Giga Impact onto the Executor. Not a huge amount of damage. I honestly didn't know Giga Impact would have been a good option onto the Tapu Bulu. But there we go. We'll get a little bit of damage off that Celesteela. Muk with the knockoff, though. That's right. If you can remove the leftovers from Celesteela, that's going to hurt its staying power quite a bit. Then we also get to see health restoration all around. And since Celesteela is a flying-type Pokemon, doesn't count as grounded. And Muk's Moody going to give it special defense. And still +5 evasion. So +2 defense, +2 special defense. Minus, or +5 on the evasion. That minus doesn't really matter. Flamethrower on Tapu Bulu. Does Tapu Bulu have enough in the tank to survive? Yes, it does. Leech Seed from the Executor. Muk's going to avoid. Go for that Poison Fang. Ooh, that's going to suck for Executor. Good amount of damage right there. Ah, no poison. And then we get to see, like, the Citrus Berry. Okay. So, kind of canceling out the Citrus Berry right there. Tapu Bulu. I wasn't too keen on that Giga Impact. I feel like there was more that Tapu Bulu could go for, but at the same time, not really, because it's just like grass coverage. Mega Horn, maybe. It doesn't have much to take out the Celesteela, so yeah, it just does its own thing. But actually, now that I'm looking at it, like, yo, is that thing? No, it wasn't Scarfed, because it's getting these weird outspeeds. Yeah, so I guess it's doing just enough right now, but that's going to be the Flamethrower on to the Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu will go down. And now it's pretty much, it's Muk versus Celesteela. And that's going to be a beast boost right there, gaining special defense. Muk got that Poison Fang, not going to be able to do anything with that. And Muk ends Moody once again. Evasion is back. Special attack. It's just losing the stats it doesn't care about. Like, that's good. And then Celesteela as well. I mean, I guess if you have like Celesteela versus Celesteela and you get this Muk running around removing items, you know, you're canceling out advantages. So that's going to be high jump kick. Whoa! Big damage onto Celesteela. That's going to be flamethrower from the allied Celesteela. Not doing a lot of damage with that burn though. Now if we get the burn, that would kind of change it up. But it has a special defense boost for the beast boosting, right? And then Celesteela will take a pretty big hit right there. I would have gone for the Leech Seed just to like try to start making that Celesteela worry about something. Focus Sash off of the Pheromosa though. It is poison. I mean, if you just double protect this turn, or if you protect it all, like, yeah, if you just protect it all, Pheromosa goes down because high jump kick is gonna miss, and then it goes down to poison or something. So there's kind of a way to play this safely. Was that an attack? Was that an attack or special attack? I didn't see it properly. Like, that was attack that went up. I mean, we still get a good amount of damage with that knockoff. Celesteela going to protect for this turn, and then we get to see Pheromosa with the Ice Beam. Oh, just playing that safe go right there. All right, so Celesteela will go down. This is why I feel a Leech Seed. You know, you could have healed up off of that one, done something with it, and then get that beast boost going. So knockoff, not gonna do anything to the Celesteela. Pheromosa though, right? Oh, it's gonna heal up. Now it's not gonna have enough to go down, but we're still like, this is Alolan Muk doing its thing. The grassiness will disappear, so no more healing for the Pheromosa. Moody will give us special defense. How much longer is this battle going to go on? Like, it can whittle away at the Celesteela. So that's gonna be high jump kick. It lands, and it doesn't do anything. Muk, that Leech Seed avoiding is crucial. Whoa! That knockoff damage is huge, though. Huge. Like, just from that +2 attack. And, I mean, Muk just works so well in, like, all these crazy ways. Because it has a good amount of attack. It has a Dark typing now, so it gets Stab on the knockoff. And, yeah, it's just a beast. It's such a cool Pokemon. So, oh, you had the Tapu Koko. I'm about to say, I'm like, yeah, I thought it was 1v1 right now, but I mean, Muk still has all the stats in the world. But what do? You gotta take out the Celesteela. But he's going for the price. Like, that's one of those things. You gotta take one of those options. And then if you just Poison Fang, though, that's gonna be big. What? Is that Tapu Koko? I'm about to say, I don't think our Muk had the Black Sludge. There's like not gonna be anything sneaky right there. This is gonna be Tapu Koko's big move. Oh, Can Z moves miss from like minimizing stuff? Yeah, I thought they couldn't. They had like the accuracy or whatever. I don't know. So that's gonna be Muk taking the hit and just turns around and knockoff. Oh yeah, Celesteela went for that protect. Muk though seems to be ignoring the Tapu Koko because I mean you can do that. Accuracy is gonna go up. I don't think that really matters too much. Speed's gonna drop. That doesn't matter at all. And then that's going to be Thunderbolt from the Tapu Koko. It's going to miss. Heavy Slam from the Celesteela. I mean, yeah, like, you don't really get to do too much with that, and then Knockoff will be the KO. So you just try to get the damage down. Hopefully, your Tapu Koko can follow it up on it. But now, really, the Thunderbolt's not doing a lot of damage, even with the Electric Terrain. Like, Muk's got, like, 3 hits left. Unless Special Defense drops. No, it's just defense. Muk loses defense when it stops mattering. And then it's just going to be Poison Fang from there. So Muk avoids the Thunderbolt. Poison Fang, how much is it going to do? Because, like, he got the attack boost. Holy crap. Moody Muk. Moody Muk is one of the greatest things ever. I love it. Alright, so just a little taste of what that power of alchemy can do with the Parental Bond into that boosted damage. Like, I mean, the Kangaskhan held its own to a surprising degree. And then, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what else Muk could get. I feel like Moody is honestly one of the best things on Muk. Like, you protect, you minimize, and then you gain all kinds of crazy stats. And as long as you aren't losing evasion, nothing else really bothers you. Pretty good. So, you guys, enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Well, actually, no. Don't get to have a nice day just yet. We got some more Fan Fridays coming up, but this was some pretty awesome stuff. So, I'll see you guys in a bit.